Testing, testing. Hi to everybody watching the playback. I hope that you're doing well. I don't think I've ever actually gone out of my way, but I think it's worth thanking you for watching the playback, because I do remember going out of my way to say that I wouldn't watch a playback of this. I can't lie. I just don't think that. Yeah, that's one thing that always catches me off. So I'm very sorry about that, and I'm very sorry for previous streams where the streaming hasn't been that great. I really can't do much about that, unfortunately. I'm at the will of what? Of the internet, of the Ethernet. I do receive notifications here and there. So I'm working with the program itself. One, two. I'm just testing the mic to see. Okay. So yeah, welcome to Tarot and Chill. This is 7th edition, and I just want to shout myself out because I am. Hello, Synthesized Soul. Welcome back to you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I wanted to shout myself out for being consistent with this, because it's especially difficult to upkeep a vision that is only your vision for right now. I'm not really receiving any kind of external validation from this outside of connection from the usual faces. Again, thank you, Synthesized Soul, for joining me again. And outside of like just enjoying this. So it's the whole entrepreneur deal of the fact that when you are creating something and you're doing it with your own juice, your own backing, you really need enough juice to keep going. And I didn't think before doing something like this that I'd have enough juice to be consistent at anything. These past few years have been really, really, really tough for me in a way that I did not expect. Like, I really took for granted what it takes to live life. Even saying it sounds so, I don't know, silly, trivial, but I really have been taking for granted the free will, the will to choose, the will to create. So shout out to you if you're watching this in the playback, or if you're in the chat room and you're someone who is creating their dream. You're doing things from scratch. You're an entrepreneur. You're creating your own business. Yes, that is true. Mercury retrograde is happening during those dates. Love to everybody, because it's been weird. It's been really weird, especially with the shadow period that we've just experienced and the full moon that just happened. It was a very energetically draining week for me. I didn't even think I was going to show up for this. It was really tough to gather my energy together throughout the week. Yesterday and the day before, Thursday, Friday, and yesterday was very challenging for me. So I really wasn't sure. But like I said, and like I've been saying, I really love this. I'm doing this with my own juice and my own accord, with my own inspiration, backing my own self up. So I really, really, really love to do this. I adore this so much. Hi, Nogwanda. Thank you. That touches me so much. Thank you. Thank you so, so much for appreciating this. And I'm very, very grateful that you have such kind words to share about a space that's barely anything much. It's like we're all gathered in a tiny little room together. So it's so sweet. I really, really appreciate your message. Thank you. I hope that you're all well. I hope everyone's doing fine. I had posted in one of my weekly readings, that it's not going to be easy. As much as I would love to generally uplift and give messages of support, considering how, I don't even know what to say, considering the astrological transits and how we're all being tested. And I want to get more specific than that, but I actually don't really have much more to I don't have any words. It leaves me speechless when I consider how much what we're all facing, what we're all processing and working up against. The inner turmoil that we all have to process individually. Like everybody's going through something right now. And it's been very humbling. Yeah, it's been very humbling. I feel extremely humbled by everything. The external circumstances. There's also been a lot of grief, a lot of death. That's just bringing us, it's bringing me to my knees in terms of like facing the human experience, you know? And just remembering that we're all humans. Nobody knows better than the other person. We're all trying our best. It's just, you know, we're all trying our best. Even if you feel like you're not trying your best, trust you're trying your best. If you could do better, you would do better. Really, like, you know? I hope you can trust yourself. Really trust yourself. I think that's part of what is so intense about everything happening right now. We have to learn how to put it's like we're all retracting our faith, taking it away from some place that we thought was secure, but is actually not secure at all, whether it be in a government body, the economy itself, which is apparently crashing, a parental figure, an elder. We have to like get serious about where we place our faith and who we choose to surrender to. Yeah, with the hope that it all gets better. And honestly, it will get better, but it's going to get better at the expense of us really putting in the work to make it better for ourselves. But the work in order to do that, the work that it will take to make it better is, what can I say about it? It's yeah, I think we're gonna understand what that work actually is. It's not actually about hard labor. It's not about putting in more hours or whatever. Like, we've been working hard enough. The work that it's now going to take for us to help everything get better, I think, is going to involve, and I'm sure we're all on the same page with regards to this by now, it's going to involve community, being more open-hearted, having even more faith, and keeping our faith strong against all odds, because there will be odds, but we're always looked after and guarded and protected. I hope you're praying. And staying prayed up and keeping up with all of your rituals, even if on some days it feels like it's pointless to do. It's working. It's really working. Every prayer counts. Every inch of faith that you exercise towards things that look like they're not going to turn out the way that you want them to, it's all working. Truly. There's a lot of work being done under covers and in realms that we are not aware of. And I hope that you have faith in that. So yeah, please don't forget that this is a Tarot and Chill, guys. I'm here to be of service, pull cards, explore ideas with you. I'd also like to disclose something that I don't think that I've been practicing in full capacity in previous readings. It's very easy as a tarot reader to pull and relay messages on positive things. Like if you get a positive card, very easy to relay that message. But when you get cards that have that relay very nuanced, almost negative messaging, it becomes a lot harder to speak on. And I've been holding back in that sense because I am afraid. I'm still an amateur tarot reader. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, but this is the first time that I'm actually doing it like this. And I've held a lot of fear around relaying messages that aren't easy to receive and going up against people's resistance. I don't like resistance. Hey Pearl, how are you, my love? How is everyone, by the way? It's very, generally, even in real life, I'm hard at going up against people's resistance. Like if you want to believe what you want to believe, I'm very quick to be like, okay, it's your life, whatever, you do you. But when I'm doing this, it's not just me saying these things, it's also the cards kind of having a life of their own. I place this intention. It's your angels, it's your own soul, your own spirits kind of communicating what they can through these cards. It's not just me. So I'm trying to not be so afraid, timid about relaying the messages that I receive. You're obviously at liberty as well as the person I'm reading for to do what you want. You can even resist. But I do these readings when I read cards and I pull cards for you. I'm working with you. Please remember that in anyone you even Isangoma that you decide to consult with, they're working with you, not against you. So please be aware of that. And please also don't ask questions. Don't request a card pull or anything like that if you're not fully open. Otherwise, that lack of openness, that contraction, that closeness, it will resonate and it will permeate through the cards, through my ability to understand what you're going through. Again, I'm working with you, not against you. I'm at service, so please understand that. To release everything that no longer serves me, I can feel I'm making space for what's meant for me because I know the new is already here. Exactly. Thank you for sharing that. I would like to also I'd like to speak on like that whole thing of releasing what no longer serves, because I've heard it enough times in my experience to not actually, like, I don't know, you can let me know what you're feeling. Sorry about the signal. Yeah, you can let me know what you're feeling. Sorry, I'm just waiting for the signal to recoup itself. Before I continue talking. I don't know how these signals, I don't know how it goes when it's live streamed. I know it cracks and my voice misses, but I know the playback catches everything I say, so. Okay. It's up and down. But anyway, I'm going to continue talking. Via that phrase, releasing what no longer serves me, I'm curious to know if you would be able to pinpoint exactly what it is that you're releasing. Like, do you understand what you release when you say that? Because I don't, and I haven't understood it. Anytime I see, because it's like such a slapstick thing now that people say in the spiritual community that I realize I don't actually know what that means. I don't know what it is that we think we're releasing when we say that. But I trust you, Pearl. I trust that you know exactly what you're saying. I also trust your aura and your energy as a person. But when other people say they release what no longer serves them, or now is the time to release what no longer serves you, I don't believe them. I don't believe them. But I'm happy to hear you say that. I'm happy that you're saying that. I'm happy that you're relaying that about your experience. Yeah. This was a full moon with a lot of release and getting serious about what we may have not been serious about before in the last full moon cycle. And releasing a timidness, man. Releasing this feeling of shame, of feeling like we're like doing something wrong. There's no wrong or right with anything, with everyone. You're basically always right. If it's about your life, you're always right. Always. Anything you're wrong about would have to appear in a pattern enough times for you to be aware that there's something that you're wrong about that needs to change. But that's how your life communicates with you. You can trust that. I'm going to pull a card just to see, because it doesn't seem like anyone has any questions, and I am curious to see what's going on in the room. So I'm going to pull a card for all of us. So, in our little card spread, guys, we got the Two of Swords first, but it fell out sideways, so it's almost like it fell out in reverse. And then we got the Knight of Rods, the Nine of Discs, which also kind of fell out sideways, and then we got Justice. So I don't know, have we been feeling depressed? Like a little bit hopeless, not depressed per se, but just a little bit like the world is falling apart, and feeling almost a little bit removed from our dreams coming true. Like whereas we had hope at a certain stage and we were excited about new possibilities and about the future, it's like this week brought this really weird, I guess I'll speak for myself, it brought this really weird cloud of like, oh my God, what if it actually won't happen for me? And this has been ongoing, but something about this week in particular was like it felt like the devil was real, like the devil was strong and had claws deep in the roots of our dreams and our hopes, our ability to be open, even our energy. Like I was talking to my best friend last night, and she was saying how she experienced a day where energetically she was just feeling terrible, really, really exhausted, and she has no idea how she pulled through that day with such low energy. Her reason, interesting enough, we both experienced low energy on that day. I have my own reasons for why my energy was low. She had her own reasons, where something external affected our physical body and we were low that same day though, which is interesting. So lots of challenges with regards to needing to stay up, man. Something's happening, it's bringing up all the family needs I've been holding on to. Yeah, pain was in and all of them, finally letting it go. Good. That's very good. Congratulations, Pearl. I know that sensation. And I also know how complicated it is to actually let it go, because you'll find a lot of people to speak on how they're letting these things go, but when it comes to actually putting that into practical application, when triggers come up, they still get triggered by the same thing, you know. So they'll say that they've let it go. Meanwhile, regular triggers come up. It turns out they demonstrate that they haven't actually let it go. So congratulations. I want to see what the Two of Swords in reverse might have to say for us. It speaks of stasis, opposition, troublemaking, conflict, antagonism, antipathy, deliberate mischief making. That's so random. That's very random. So it feels like, because the Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde that's coming up is a little bit fishy. I know that we've experienced enough Mercury retrogrades to understand how to handle it when it comes around. And please cooperate with me. Something about this Mercury retrograde feels especially tricky. Because it feels like it's going to be bringing, it's already doing the work of bringing past situations and experiences back that are an intense illusion, that leave you uncertain, where you're looking at someone and you're hearing them speak, and even though the way they present and the way they talk to you looks to be true, you're looking at them and you're thinking, okay, this might be sincere, but there's something still inside that's going, there's still something off here. It feels like that's what this Mercury retrograde, it feels like that's the game it's going to play with us. And not just this, because remember, that's not the only planet going in retrograde. Let me actually just get into it now to see which ones. Yeah, I'm not finding the three. Oh, yes. So it's Neptune, Saturn, and Mercury. That's interesting. Yeah. And Neptune and Saturn are in conjunction with each other. So it's looking like our discernment will be put under deep pressure. Unrelated, but am I the only person that sometimes thinks Yeah, no, I get you. Thank you for mentioning that. Exactly. And it is actually very related, considering the cards that have fallen out as well. It's how do I say it? It's like these cards are almost saying exactly what it is that you are bringing up, Nokwanda, which is that it's like we're working for this. We're working to feel this way, like the way this image in the card does. And this card, the Knight of Rods, speaks of how this young man, he's like in search of better. The world is crumbling around him. Everything is absolutely shit, but he still has hope inside of him. He's still able to smell the flowers and dream somehow. Even if everything's falling apart around him, he's still able to have hope. And then this Justice card, which is lovely that it fell out. This, I believe, is signaling to us that, yeah, annoying, but yes, things will really work out. They really will. The matter of when, the problem is that it's like, what I'm coming to understand about my relationship with my life is that anytime I feel frustrated and draining, it's because I'm trying to be in control of the situation. And I insist on knowing the when. And it's like I can feel God and my ancestors turning to me to say, the when isn't up to you, child. Your vision is too narrow and human-like to understand the full capacity of when it will happen. Because if they actually did give you the date of when things are going to work out, then the time between now and when things are supposed to work out to you are going to be a blur. You're going to basically just cancel them out and sit every day and just wait until things work out, instead of actively practicing living in the moment and trying to be as present as possible while you wait for things to work out. And I mentioned this in other readings as well, the fact that, or the problem with saying that things will work out is canceling. Saying things will work out cancels the part of your living reality that says that things are working out. The minute you say things will work out, it implies that things aren't working out right now. It is annoying. I agree with you, very draining. But it's part of the whole thing of manifesting, the skill of manifestation, how you're supposed to live. You're supposed to live as if your dreams have come true, so that your dreams can come true faster. It's like, and I've been trying to practice this, but it's very hard to practice when you don't actually have the resources to live it. But it's like living as if you are rich. Again, very difficult when you don't actually have the resources. But I've had to think about, like, I've had to take control of what I can in that regard and live as if I'm rich as far as I can. So if I were rich, I'd probably be a lot happier. I'd be a lot more relaxed about time. I wouldn't rush. And I think that's something we all know in general, that rich people don't rush. Millionaires don't rush. I'd be a lot more relaxed about problems going wrong. Like if something goes wrong, in a rich person's mind, there's always a solution because you've got everything that you need to fix any potential problem. That kind of thing. It's very hard to practice, especially when you're facing a reality where something goes wrong and you don't actually have the resources or the know-how to fix the thing that's wrong. But then that's also part of the whole thing of practicing the fact that miracles are real. Lay back and allow the miracle to come to you. And sometimes as well, if a problem comes up and there's no solution, then maybe it's not actually a problem, or it's not something that you need to solve right now. So again, lay back and relax. Really relax. And allow yourself to be helped. Allow yourself to receive help. Be true to yourself as well. Sometimes a problem will show up and then you'll want to break down and cry. You should have a breakdown because solutions can come from that breakdown. You break down to a stranger, next thing that stranger responds and says, hey, I actually have a solution for what it is that you're breaking down about. It's okay. And then that's where community comes in as well. Which for me has been really hard to practice, especially with the depression isolation phase I've been going through. It's been very hard for me to put the community role into practice. But I also trust that I trust that whoever's meant to be part of my community is always going to forgive me for anything and everything, for whatever happens. But in general, I know I'm always forgiven and that I'm not alone. I don't suppose anyone has any questions. Nobody has anything that's on their mind. Everybody has the win factor. Let's see. If I ask when, what cards are going to fall out? Obviously, as I ask the question of when it is our dreams coming true, the Nine of Swords falls out. It feels like God really wants us to cry. And like really just have it all come out, you know, all of it. Every single last teardrop we have to cry. Or possibly just us needing to get used to the fact that like life isn't always, or no, not getting used to, but accepting the pain of life as part of the, not just part of the process, but part of part of what makes life, oh my God, part of what makes life enjoyable. Which I hate because I mean, honestly, this is like it's been my whole life. And I've received this message over and over again that I need to find a way to try to make the pain, or I need to find a way to stop being so afraid of feeling pain and of being in a stagnant space and of being in the dark, being depressed. I need to stop being afraid of my emotions. But I'm like, oh God, I don't like them. I don't like being sad. Dang it. No one likes being sad. Who likes being sad? So it's so annoying. How long do you believe? Hold on, baby. How long do you believe it can take to manifest something with someone? I've done many now. Nice. So interestingly enough, I've been experiencing this thing. I felt into the possibility that I'm manifesting someone and that someone's coming close. But I've been feeling this since November 2024. And still nothing has happened yet. I think that the time that it takes is dependent on how willing we are to face the emotions that come up while we don't have the thing. If we can sooner accept everything that comes with us not having the thing and still feel like we have the thing, then it can come very quickly. There's someone in my life who literally takes 3 months to manifest things, actually. And if this helps, she is a tropical Gemini placement. And I found that generally the Geminis in my life, they manifest in threes. So 3 months, between 3 months, 3 weeks. For me, I'm not a tropical Gemini placement. I'm a water sign, so things move very slowly for me and I transmute very slowly. It takes very long for me to manifest things. So my 3 cycle comes in years. So I will be in a relationship for 3 years, break up, 3 years later I'll be in a new relationship. It sucks. It sucks that things take so long for me. But yeah, I've had to accept that is the cycle of my thing. So check your chart. I'd recommend you check your astrology chart, your tropical astrology chart. If you have Gemini, then I think that you can manifest things in like 3 weeks. Depending on how small or big the thing is that you're trying to manifest, I think, yeah, it can take, oh yes, by the way, as well, sorry, and keep going off course. Sorry about that. A person takes a lot longer to manifest because you're going against other people's free will and other people's energies. If you're, for example, trying to manifest a very strong-willed person, then it's going to take a lot longer to manifest somebody who is like a lot more chilled and a lot more go with the flowy. I think money can manifest very quickly. Job opportunities, because it involves another person, another actual entity, an energetic field, it'll take longer. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. And I really believe in the 3 thing, that things they come in threes. So 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. Or 6 years, 6 weeks, 6 months. Next time with this card. Will this be the new career I've been waiting for? Okay. Okay, I won't pull any more. So you received the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, sorry. And then for clarification, I got the Strength card. I'm receiving that it may present to be exciting. There may be things on the surface that will look exciting to you, but it feels like you may experience. I want to be careful about what I'm going to say because I don't want to influence how you go into this. I'm feeling into the potential of you seeing, in you feeling hopeful and feeling excited, but it feels like it won't be as exciting. Like, manage your expectations. Yeah, manage your expectations. It feels like there's every reason for it to be exciting, but it feels like there's still going to be something that'll be off. And then with the Strength card, this card speaks of shadow work. So I'm wondering why this would be involved then in your career opportunity, and that's why I wanted to pull more cards, but I don't want to go too into. Yeah. You have the wheel at the bottom of the deck as well. I don't want to pull too much for this. Because I think that it will be at risk of interrupting the way you experience this. It feels like you need to go into it and face for yourself the way that it might not be as impressive or as exciting as you are holding the bar. It's like the bar is here. It might be like here when you actually experience it. But that's not to say that it's not going to be exciting. It's like this is the gap of excitement. You're here with it. How it's going to feel is here, but it's still in a gap of excitement. So it's like you have to you'll have to go and see. It also feels like you've been dealing with internal disappointments regarding this journey. Like, it just hasn't been satisfying for you. Can you tell me more? Or support or go against what it is that I'm saying? Yeah, it feels like you throughout this journey, this whole journey of seeking, you had high hopes for it, but it hasn't been as hopeful as the experience itself. It hasn't been as hopeful or as easy or as smooth going as you would have hoped it would be. like you really want more out of it. You want more out of this experience. You want more out of your career life in general. I'm going to read the Four of Cups interpretation for you. It speaks of satiety, passivity, draining energy, dissatisfaction with surface issues, for example, money or relationships, which can conceal a more fundamental lack or paradoxically, too much of something. Attainment of an ambition only to discover it means less than expected. May indicate a need to clarify goals and identify what is important in your life. So what I'm actually also receiving now after reading that interpretation is that I think the interview itself is going to go really well. It may be a situation where you're in that interview, and as you're being interviewed and you're going through the interview process, somewhere in that moment, you'll kind of realize that this might not be, like, you can dream for more. It may not be, you can aim higher. Yeah. It feels like they'll turn to you and be like, so are you ready to take the job? And you'll have to take a beat because there's something in your heart that's just not all the way there with immediately taking the opportunity. Like, there's still room for you to dream bigger regarding what it is that you can get out of your career path in general. And then you have release and resolution of unconscious material, your deepest fears, confusions, desires, anger, sexual urges, their transformation into spiritual energy, emerging from difficulties with increased inner strength and endurance, courage, hope, calm assertion. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to be the exciting opportunity you're looking for. It looks like there's something a lot more exciting for you. However, the interview itself, it feels like it's going to go well. It's going to go fine. Yeah, like I said, it'll be something that may be like, so are you ready to take the job? It doesn't feel like you're not going to get the job, but it may feel like you might not want it as much as you think you do. Does my crush love me, or what does he think of me? Hi, Vasha. I can't. Okay, that's fantastic. Then that's good. That's good. Varsha, I can't pull cards for what he thinks of you, but I can pull cards for the connection between you two. I don't pull cards for... Okay, I can't reach into other people's energy field. So I'm going to pull the cards I'm going to pull a card for your guys' relationship, for the connection itself, but I can't tap into his energy. Okay, so Varsha, the cards that I pulled for you are the 5 of discs and the 2 of discs. So to be honest, Varsha, these cards aren't exactly... They're not exactly they aren't exactly thumbs up. It's like when you get cards, when you get cards pulled for a reading, you either get this energy, you get this energy, or you get this energy. It feels like between you two, it's this energy. It's like kind of iffy. It feels like your crush on him is not really please can you consider, think to yourself, think with yourself why it is that you have a crush on this person. What is it about him that it is so attractive to you? Because it feels a little bit comic. Yeah. It feels like there's something about the reason that you have a crush on him is because it has something to do with your own I'm sorry, Vasha. It feels like you can have you can have a crush on someone better. Like there's someone else you can crush on. Feels like the reason you have a crush on him isn't it's not rooted in true love, which is what you deserve. Sorry. You deserve actual true love, something that's actually fruitful, healthy for you, something that reflects a part of you that brings light into your life and not worry or stress. And yeah, it feels like having a crush on him and pursuing him in any way is just gonna bring more stress into your life. But like I said, it's not this. So again, with yourself, please can you try to understand why it is that you have a crush on HS? Sit with it a little bit more before actively wanting to pursue him in any way. And you receive the 7 of discs underneath, which speaks of illusion. So again, think more about why you have a crush on him. It may be that he's not actually all that great. Require relationship. I have 2 other interviews, 2 because there are nowhere to do those. Okay. I have to do something else. I need money. Yeah, you see, so yeah, synthesized souls. You know, you are aware, right? So you're already aware of the language. You're very welcome, Basha. Thank you. You are aware of the language and the understanding of what it's this energy when you speak of doing things only because you need money. And I get it, right? Like I understand we all need to survive, but please try not to hang on so tightly to the fact that you need money, and open up. You are a lot more multifaceted spiritually. You don't have to, you're already aware of so many other realms of the ability to energetically manipulate your reality, you know? So you don't have to think only on the I need money spectrum. Please be aware of what that does to how you can manifest and attract things in when you think only for the sake of making money or because you need money. To my love life and healing process. And okay. That actually makes a lot of sense then, why it is that, sorry, I'm just finding the card again. So then these cards falling out actually make a lot of sense, specifically this one, which speaks of the shadow work and yeah. I think synthesized souls, you lead a lot more of a spiritual life than you are giving yourself credit for. Like you are a very spiritual person, and it feels like you're not respecting that enough about yourself. In being spiritual, I hope that you can make room for the understanding that you're also very protected, right? So you'll get what you need. You'll get what you need as all the time. This was at the bottom of your deck when I pull those cards for you. Which speaks of divine fulfillment, completion of a cycle, beginning anew. So this new start that you've been craving, moving out of the stagnant phase, it's going to come. But it comes with its own spiritual transmutation. A new cycle of life, change, the opportunity to alter your perceptions and thus improve your life, feeling part of the cosmic cycle, rewriting the past, allowing a sense of freedom in how you could be, the workings of fate or karma, good fortune. You are very lucky, synthesized souls. You are blessed, and you are I guess it's just unfortunate that it doesn't seem as though you can tap into that right now, which I actually understand. considering the amount of shadow work you have to do, but you are a very fortunate and lucky person, more lucky than you think. Hi, Crystal Candice. Thank you. I hope you are well too. I always get really hot when I pull cards. It's a very interesting energy. It's like when an engine's running and it gets hot. Hello, Carrie. Carrie as in Carrie, the one that's normally on my... Sorry, I'm recognizing the name from previous readings. But anyway, I'll just pull a card. I can't... You know... Okay. So there was another divination tool I used that did the yes or no things for me, but I don't know where it is right now. And I also unfortunately can't... Hey, Carrie! Hey! I hope you're well. I'm assuming then that means that there was a finality in all of that confusion. Yeah. I suppose I feel a bit sorry for that. I feel sorry for the... let me just pull cards for you. I can't tell... Okay, I understand. I feel you. I can't tell what N's movements will be, but I can pull a card for what you had. Yeah, good. That's good. I can pull a card for the energy for the rest of your day, and we'll see if N comes up. So I think, so you received the Chariot, which is great news. And I think that, oh, thank you, Pearl. I did miss your question. Oh, I'm sorry. I will definitely, thank you so much for sending this. I will definitely pull a card for you. I feel so guilty about that. I'm sorry. Of all the questions I could have missed, it had to be yours. That's displeasing to me. I will definitely get to it. So, Carrie, you received the Chariot, and I think this feeds into the energy that you've just typed in the chat about how you've just had enough, and it supports how I say that this is good, this is brilliant. It's painful, but that point of having enough, it brings a sense of clarity that will allow you to be able to be more assertive about what you want. So it's very good that you know that you've had enough. Very good. He might come and collect his stuff today if it means that it will further support the fact that you've had enough. In fact, I hope he does. This is highly likely though. Especially if it means that once he collects his stuff, it's over and you're done, then yes, he will. And after that, you'll feel, I think, a very elevated sense of control over what you want. Because it feels like he was blocking your ability to understand what it is that you want, understand your ability to move on. And that was unfair. You were holding on to him, holding on to a dead horse. But anyway, this is great news either way. And it feels like the rest of your day will be an expression of that. The rest of whatever it is that needs to play out between you and N. I know so, Carrie. I really do. I'm gonna pull one extra, just one supporting card. Cool. So in this, and as a supporting card, Carrie, and this is wonderful. This is very typically romantic. The Knight of Cups is like a man coming with a new romance offer, and you have the One of Cups, which speaks exactly of new love, new connection. So it honestly feels like whatever he was doing, it's as if he was blocking your ability to move on. Like there was a road to love that was paved for you, and he was just this huge rock in the way with his confusion and his stubbornness and just refusal to be more open, man, to be more open-hearted. I think I remember saying this to you, Carrie, in previous readings, that you deserve better. So better is coming. God bless. This became a romance reading beyond my permission. This is very romantic, very new love vibes, very cute, very sweet. So you can look forward to that. I just don't know when, but now that it's all done, right? Thank God. It's coming. It's coming, and congratulations in advance. It's going to feel beautiful. It's going to feel so, especially with the Chariot. These are perfect cards to receive in a love reading. To receive in general, but this is very romantic. Okay. Like modeling music, but I'm not sure which parts to focus on. I was told there's an opportunity to come. Should I trust that it'll guide me or keep exploring everything I'm drawn to? Girl, you should definitely keep exploring everything you're drawn to. Aren't you like an Aquarius something? An Aries Mars, Aquarius something? You have an Aries somewhere in you, in your tropical charts. I'm trying to remember us exploring this in our own like private conversations. You definitely, with the Aries placement that you have and the Aquarius that you have, you definitely need to be exploring things, everything that you're drawn to. Keep going. I don't know why, I don't know who convinced you that it's not okay to do many things, to be multifaceted, do multiple things at the same time, change your mind, drop this, pick up that. Like, you're allowed to do that. But I will pull a card for you anyway. I just think that it's a kind of crime that you feel like you shouldn't be exploring everything you're drawn to. Feels unfortunate. Okay, so I'm pulling a card for this opportunity that's coming. So this opportunity that's coming feels like a yes, like a big fat yes. It's gonna make you feel more loved, nurtured. More love, nurture. It's an abundant opportunity. So it clearly is coming. That's wonderful. I'm gonna pull another card. Yes, you have an Aries Mars. That is the perfect placement to have. That is the most perfect placement to have. The very placement that can assure you that you are supposed to just be going after things, explore many different things. That to me means that you have your intuition and your will to do things perfectly intact. Not just intact, perfectly intact. So you can trust everything about yourself, everything about the way that you decide to do things, exploring things, trying different things. You can trust everything about that. But either way, this opportunity is great. There is an opportunity coming and it's fantastic. Nice, and it's coming quicker than you think. It's speedy. It's like running towards you. But it's interesting because of the when factor, because you're already on that thing of like, when is it gonna happen? When? But it's coming, absolutely. And now you have the One of Discs. Wonderful. Really, really wonderful bunch of like cards to receive. The One of Discs. the Eight of Rods and the Empress. Really beautiful. Absolutely. Big thumbs up over everything. Everything. But I feel especially called to emphasize the fact that you should keep up with the whole doing things you feel explored to. Just keep doing stuff, girl. Just keep doing stuff. If you have a friend that has music equipment since you want to explore music, go ahead and record a song. Record a song on your phone. Download GarageBand, make a song, write some songs. There are so many demos on YouTube that you can demo backing tracks that you can write music to. Just do stuff. Just do stuff, girl. And you have the 7 rods at the bottom of the deck. 7 of rods, which is also striving to success, climbing. It's happening. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yes, I'm glad you feel it. Yeah, that's I think the fact that you saying that you saying you're not good at any of them is I think it's you being hard on yourself, girl. I think that you saying that is just because you have very high standards in general. You're an exceptional person with exceptional perception, so you want yourself to be brilliant, and you're not gonna give yourself, you don't give yourself enough chances to fail. I think you're already good at everything. Wow. Hi, Kazay. Am I saying your name right? That's intense. I'm sorry to know that that's what you're experiencing. That's awful. And it sucks when that kind of thing comes from your parents, someone who's supposed to care for you. So, oh, hi, Queen. Thank you. So, Queen, you received the Chariot in reverse and the Moon in reverse. I'm going to explore those energies. We'll just get into that together. I'm very sorry to know that. I know that experience. It's very narcissistic parent vibes. You're so welcome, Pearl. You are so welcome. So, again, I've been saying this, I don't know if you were present for that, Queen, but I can't read into other people's energy fields. I can only read into what your connection is with that other person. And so, yeah, with these cards falling out, they speak on what your connection is. I can't speak on why your mom is doing those things, but yeah, these cards falling out speak on your connection. So yeah, I can't tap into her intentions without her permission. I have to kind of get her permission first. Jealous of your future is a very interesting one. However, you are her daughter. So I would trust that as an intuition. If that's what you're feeling, I would trust that as a possibility, no matter what cards say. Okay, so this card, Chariot in reverse, speaks of egotism running riot, the tendency to ride roughshod over others, or alternatively the use of a charming persona to get your own way. Self-esteem and ego triumphing over the spirit. Force, aggression. Habitual techniques of dealing with the world have stopped working. Lack of substance behind the mask. And then this card in reverse speaks of psychic invasion, delusion, deception, failure of nerve leaving you vulnerable and unstable, inability to stand on your own, existential doubt, a feeling that you have no reality, are merely the reflection of someone else's light, grandiosity, paranoia, megalomania. So I think that the reason, again, I can't Okay. I want to be careful about speaking on this because, again, I don't know your mom. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I want to be very careful about this because it feels like you still, while she is being this way towards you, you still care very deeply for her. And while it is that she's behaving this way towards you, she still cares very deeply for you. It's not jealousy per se. It may look that way, and she may express terms that give off this energy, but it's not just that. I think that what is going on between you two is when you become a parent and you give birth to your child, or you take on the role of caring for another, even if this child doesn't come straight from your womb, there is a very deep psychic, spiritual tie between you two. It feels like there's something about the tie between you two that needs to be broken so that you, Queen, can be your own person, can be an individual and express yourself and be yourself. But something about that separation is too painful for her to process. So she's acting out in these various ways. It's like empty nest syndrome. I'm gonna type these phrases. I think that it would do you good since you're seeking understanding, which is brilliant. Because when I experienced this, I seeked no understanding. I was just angry. So I think it's very sweet of you to even make space. That's terrible. I'm sorry about that. I know exactly what that feels like. Even being followed around the house is just crazy. I think that you should try not to be afraid. But this is easier said than done. Queen, I hope that you can, I think that you need to find someone in your life, preferably some kind of grown-up who you feel safe with, who you can turn to, someone direct, because I don't think that I can only help you so much through the screen. I wish I could help you more. I think that you first, given that you feel afraid, what should be your priority is to find a way to feel safe. Even if it means you leave the house, confide in someone close to you who actually understands and can be in constant contact with you. We need to try to get you to feel safe again in your body, because it feels like she's not allowing that for you. She's causing a feeling of a lack of safety within you. You have Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Oh man. I hate encouraging this because I can feel the urgency. I can feel the pressure. This is a very awful feeling. My heart is with you. But you have angels. You have people either in your life, in your actual life, or spiritual angels that are seeking to help you. This may be too over the top in terms of this issue. But with my back against the wall, I had nothing else to do but to pray. If you are someone who believes in ancestors, I had no other option but to pray to my parents and to tell them through prayer that what their child is doing to me is making me feel afraid. I'm not trying to cause any disrespect. I just want to be my own person. I had to tell this to the candle, praying to our ancestors. And somehow afterwards, everything kind of just evened out. And I was able to find enough clarity within me to no longer feel scared, because that's the other thing. That's why I suggested immediately to not feel scared. Yeah, exactly. I hope you also understand then, knowing, stay rooted in that none of this is your fault. Look into narcissistic parenting. Google some videos. Yes, I understand that. I'm very sorry for that. I know exactly what that feels like. Watch some videos. Try to follow. Thankfully, we have the power of the internet. There are so many videos on YouTube that speak on this. Watch some other people's experiences so that you at least feel less alone, and you'll feel validated, because it feels like she's also behaving in a way that questions your own reality. Like, it makes you unsure of yourself, which is dangerous. Yeah. Don't doubt yourself, Queen. Definitely go on the internet. I recommend doing that whenever you feel lost or like no answer. Well, not lost, but like, yeah, it feels like you just need more support. Someone else needs to know that your mom is behaving weird. Somebody else needs to know. Someone who you trust and who can make you feel safe. Very important. Please try to reach out to someone. It was very helpful for me to do that, to tell more friends about the way that I'm feeling. I see that oh, okay. I had tools, I write my own lyrics and use. Oh, nice, yes. Nice synthesized souls, yes. I'm third song music. I want to grow by creating my own music group and exchange, play the music I've written on bars and again. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope that happens for you. That's very cool, synthesized souls. Queen, I hope that please let me know if there's anything more that I can do for you or pull cards. I actually just want to find something to see. There's a YouTube channel of somebody who speaks on this kind of parenting, which is very makes you feel secure in yourself. I just want to find it. Yes. Consider watching this video. I'm going to post it in the comments. Whenever you're feeling like, yeah, just consider watching that. I hope that helps. And please feel free to reach out to me via my social medias. I'd be more than happy to try to offer words of support. Yeah, very welcome. Thank you for being present in Synthesized Souls. Hope you enjoy your day. Thank you, Nogwanda. I'm going to find it now. Thank you so much. I went so far back. So yeah, Queen, please reach out to me if you feel called to. Otherwise, yeah, the universe is going to deal with your mother. As in, she'll process. She's going through some things internally that had nothing to do with you. Currently single, so can you please tell me about my next relationship who's coming towards me?
No matter what they say or do, all my love is here for you, and that's true, yeah. So now it should be plain to see that for you I will give everything.
Okay, Nokwanda. So you are in, your singlehood is very intentional. Queen, you can. I will revisit it after I finish, because I'm reaching a backlog. So you can absolutely ask another question, and I'll answer it when I can. And if I skip it, please, as everyone else has been doing, remind me and point me towards the question. You're going through a period of, your singlehood right now, Nokwanda, is on purpose. You received the Two of Cups in reversed as the opening card, and then you received the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Hermit. Now is a very intentionally spiritual, not isolating, but like there's more work to do on the self right now. It has to do with your emotions. The way that your mind and your heart work together. The way that your mind and your heart work together hold on. Noganda, I don't know, you can confirm for me whether or not this is true, but it feels like you may be somebody who intellectualizes their feelings too much and you don't feel enough. Like your emotions need more room in your life before you can think about sharing yourself with another person. Let me just look into the Two of Cups in reverse before going on. Yeah. So there are multiple sentences, but I'm going to read out what jumps to me. It says, lack of commitment, inability to share, possibly an internal split, unawareness of unconscious feelings. And that's what I was feeling with the rest of these cards, that before you can think about getting into a new relationship, it feels like there's still something about the way that you handle your emotions. Like you could be you need to be more open. You need to practice being more open, more emotionally open, vulnerable, expressive before you can think about being in a relationship with another, because relationship takes your next relationship needs you to be more emotionally vulnerable. There you go. Yeah. Jeez, that's what I needed. Okay. Your next relationship needs you to be more emotionally vulnerable. So your singlehood is on purpose. It's intentional, because during this time, you need to get to know yourself and the way you work emotionally. Something about those two things, the way your mind and your heart, the way you process emotions. I'm receiving the vibe of how you there are some things that make you really, really sad, but you don't allow yourself to cry enough about that. That's going to affect the way you show up in your next relationship. That needs to be faced. Yeah. Your singlehood is very intentional. Now is the time to be very self-reflective, spiritual. I'm going to read the interpretation of this, because I think that this is what needs to be worked on before your next relationship can come. You need to stay single so that you can work through this, and then love can come. But right now, yes, you're single on purpose. Just like most of us. I'm in this phase as well. I'm generally a very closed off person, and like these cards are saying, part of these cards are suggesting, I tend to intellectualize my feelings before I feel open enough to express them, which does no good for being in partnership with another person. There's no way that I'll be able to attract any new relationship unless I know how to be emotionally honest with myself. So I'm in this phase right now, where it's like I'm single on purpose. I'm single on purpose so that I can work on myself and my ability to share myself, be more open to connect with others. I'm not very open right now. Even though I really do want a new relationship, I know that emotionally I'm not ready for it. So this card speaks of promptings from the unconscious that should not be ignored, deep guidance, the voice of the soul urging you on to fulfill your destiny, the path of the unknown, fear that must be faced in order to grow, necessary withdrawal from the rat race, from a given situation, from the familiar, waiting for the right time. Yes. So it will come. It will come. but not right now. Now is the time to focus on the self, focus on processing, focus on being more of an open person. You and me both. And it's a very hard and annoying thing to learn because being open hurts. And it hurts to trust people, especially when in the past people have fucked you over, or they've lied to you, or they've abandoned you, they just haven't been truthful, whatever. Now the onus must be on you to do all of the work, but unfortunately, yeah, that's just how some of it has to be. Lots of self-work right now, so if you're someone who does journaling, you should get into that. Get into the meditation, prayer, whatever can bring you into yourself and have you sit with yourself and your feelings more. There's actually, I don't know what she's called now, just hold on. She's been really helpful for me, this profile that I'm about to share with you. She's been very helpful for me in like preparing for my next relationship. She mentions a lot of psychological issues that people tend to face in relationship. That, yeah, like I've said, I use as like a preparation tool so that I can stay ahead of any problems that may arise in my next relationship. She also helps with like self-accountability, stuff like that. And I really appreciate the way that she is. I like that she's South African. And she has such a calming aura. I just need to find her. Sorry. Ugh, whatever. I'll find it afterwards because now I'm delaying other people's questions. But I think her name is like the relationship psychologist or something on Instagram. She's based in the Eastern Cape. And she gives such helpful information on like on how to be in healthy relationship with another person. And again, I love how she gives it from a South African perspective. So she understands specifically the strife that South African couples face. It's very special. Oh, well, I'm not finding her. I'll post it in the description though. Okay. There's someone else. Oh, Daniela. Hi, Daniela. Sorry for taking so long to get to your question. I hope you're still here. I will pull cards for your relationship between you and Chris. Aw. So you got the sun. And I get the sense that the fact that you even asked at all means that this isn't exactly what you're feeling right now. So I'm going to pull more cards for clarification. Okay, so hi Daniela. All right. I'll just take them all. So, yeah, I don't know. You can let me know. Tell me where I'm at with this, whether I'm hot or cold. You got the One of Cups at the bottom of the deck, right? But then upright, along with the Sun, you got a whole bunch of other cards that are feeding into the fact that it's possible that maybe you and Chris aren't in a good space right now. Can you confirm for me whether or not that's true? You got the Four of Rods in reverse, which I'll read the interpretation of because I think this may have to do with the space that you guys are in. You're welcome, Nogwanda. So, lack of trust. The Four of Rods in reverse speaks of a lack of trust in your own vision, leading to loss of hope for the future. Persistence. Okay. Persistence, even in the lack of despair, faith, and trust are needed now. Find the inner resources to take the first step against all odds. Thank you for that message, Queen. I will revisit the second question. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the comments. I'm sorry, it's just gotten flushed out, but I will find it after I'm done with Daniela. So Daniela, I can't tell. I'm struggling to tell whether or not it is that I'm struggling. This feels like a card. This more has to do with you as a person, not so much your guys' connection. But I just want to reiterate the sentence that came out for the Four of Rods interpretation, which spoke of making the first of taking the first step against all odds, trusting in yourself and taking the first step against all odds. Find the inner resources to take the first step against all odds. I don't know what it is the first, maybe, I think you'll know. Maybe it is that you want to reconcile with him. Is that the case? Because if that is the case, then it's looking like you're being encouraged to do that. Sorry, by the way, you received the Hierophant, the Devil, and the Three of Rods. Okay, good. Congratulations on that. Good. I figured. Then you should keep at that. And it seems that, I don't know if maybe you were taking the time out. You're taking the time to work on yourself with the intention to return to the relationship or to move on from it. Either way, though, you received, like I said, the One of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I think this work that you're doing on yourself is brilliant, and it's showing in these cards, these three cards falling out with the Devil, the Hierophant, and the Three of Rods. Okay. Yeah, not sure. You can trust yourself. I think maybe you're not sure because you're like overthinking about something, but you know already. Somewhere within you, you already know whether or not you're ready. All of these cards falling out are giving that it's like you're waiting for an external go-ahead, but these cards are saying that it's up to you to decide when you're ready. But again, the Sun fell out, which is a great card to receive across any kind of reading, whether it's romance or whatever. This is a beautiful card to receive. And it feels like whenever it is that you do decide whether or not you're ready, because the decision's up to you. Oh, thank you for that clarity. It seems also like the feelings are up to you. It feels like it feels like you need to decide whether or not you're ready to go back. Just decide and make that decision. Once you make that decision and once you make that decision, it won't matter whether or not there are still feelings there. It shouldn't matter. If you two are meant to be, then you will be together. The One of the Cups underneath the deck speaks of it being highly likely that even if there aren't still feelings there in his body, maybe fine, he's not expressive, the relationship between you two is meant to be. Like, you connecting with someone else shouldn't be so much about their lack of expression, but about the energy between you two. But also, again, I want to just hold on. Because with the One of Cups underneath the deck, it speaks of new love coming anyway, whether or not it's with Chris. You know? It feels like you just need to decide whether you want Chris himself. Like, do you want Chris or not? Does that lack of expression work for you? Because if it doesn't, then you can move on and you'll find love either way. Yeah. Sorry about what I'd said earlier, because I was going to say it isn't so much about the expression, whatever. But what these cards are giving is that the decision is all up to you. If you're okay with the fact that Chris isn't expressive, then Sorry, let me ground myself in what I'm saying. Yeah, I just keep receiving the fact that you need to trust yourself more. Trust whatever it is that you decide to do. Good will come out of it either way. Whether you decide to return to Chris, whether you decide not to return to Chris, it will be great either way. I don't know what the... Yeah, it really, really depends on what you want here, Daniela. The Sun as a first opening card for any reading, and like I said, is great news. So there's a high chance that there are still feelings there, that he does still care about you. This card also speaks of mediation. Bridge building, peacemaking. So I think actually it's worth a shot. Whenever you're ready, you do it when you're ready, but I think it's worth a shot to revisit and see what's there. Yes, Queen. Yes. I'm going back in the chats to find your question. Are me and Camilo going to end up dating? Is that what you want to find out? Please confirm. Queen, I hope you're still present. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to pull a card to clarify energy between you and Camilo. Good, Daniela, you're very welcome. Continue focusing on yourself. I want to point out as well that those cards, the way that they fell out, really fed into the fact that you are a very strong, you're a strong person. This work that you're doing on yourself is brilliant. You should absolutely keep it up. So between you and Camilo, Queen, I'm not getting yeah, like I said, it's either this or this. It seems like you're getting more this and this. I don't know if you and Camilo should end up I don't know if you two should end up dating, because it doesn't seem like that relationship will be helpful for your spirit. But I'm going to read the interpretations for you so that maybe you can make your own decision on this. You got the Three of Rods in reverse. So firstly, okay, you got the Four of Rods, which just fell out now in reverse. The Three of Rods in reverse. And the Empress in reverse. I just read for the Four of Rods, which spoke of you needing to make your own decision on this, which is why I'm reading the interpretations for you, because maybe there's something about... there's something hidden to me about the way that you experience Camilo. It may be possible that like the way these cards are falling out are not, you know, like you probably really felt that you and Camilo are made for each other. And this card speaks of finding your own internal resources, like I just read, and going forth with it anyway. So if you want to ask Camilo out, you are invited to do so. Talk to him, connect with him. You are invited to do that. Them, sorry, I don't know their gender. The Three of Rods in reverse speaks of inability to express dreams or a lack of vision, inappropriately channeled or frustrated creativity, which can lead to addiction or even desperation, the possibility of reconnection and recovery. Interesting. And then the Empress in reverse Okay. Queen, if he has a girlfriend, then I really think you should look exactly the other way, unless you are the type of person who is into open relationships. If you're polyamorous, then fine. If he's polyamorous, then fine. But if neither of you are polyamorous and he's in a relationship, then I really don't think you should be looking at him at all. You deserve better, someone who's actually fully available for you. The Empress in reverse. This speaks of self-neglect, holding back on a situation that needs full participation, maternal tyranny, ensuring and intrusive. Okay. Lack of boundaries, inability to grieve, anger used as foil to grief, sterility or poverty, self-indulgence, using ill health to blackmail. Okay, so honestly, with this card falling out as well, Queen, it feels like you may be using your desires for Camillo to distract yourself from what's happening with your mom. Or rather, in general, focus should not be on Camillo, it should be on whatever's going on between you and your mother. Okay. No, so you don't have to wait. You may be waiting for somebody. Meanwhile, okay, yeah, you don't have to wait, Queen. You can just get someone you want to is exactly like Camillo, even better. You don't have to wait. But also, there are much more important, much more intense things happening in your life right now. I think that whenever it is that a relationship, like your divine partner, someone totally meant for you, will come at the exact right time for you. He will. There is someone perfect for you. You have the King of Discs at the bottom of the deck, so I'm assuming you're into a man who, you like men who take control, someone who's confident in himself, materially secure, someone who can treat you out, take you out and treat you nice, you know? So he's there, he's coming. He's there, sorry. He's available, he's there somewhere. I don't think he's Camillo. Sure, yeah. Ask away. I'm just gonna turn on the light. Okay, I'll pull a card between you and Ty. You got the death card. I don't know whether or not it is that. So I think in general, and I received this before even pulling cards for you, I think the fact that he stopped talking to you should signal that you shouldn't even be thinking about him anymore. I do think though, let me just pull another card and see. I don't think it was, you received the Knight of Cups as a follow-up. It wasn't that he wasn't interested in you. I think maybe with these two cards falling out together, it may be possible that you two being intimate with each other made him feel things that he wasn't ready to face. He may have ended up caring a lot more about you than he thought he would. and it surprised him, and he was afraid and decided to like back off because of that. However, the fact that he stopped talking to you should be invitation enough for you to stop thinking about him. I really do think that you deserve attention. You deserve someone who's not scared of their feelings for you, and it feels like he was afraid on some level. I'm just going to read. It says, quiet inner strength and harmony, quest for self-knowledge and inner integrity, a detached, somewhat reserved figure on his own processes, a man whose shyness keeps him separate, but his inner world is rich indeed, someone well worth getting to know. Yeah. I think emotionally it was just whatever had happened between you two brought up feelings within him that he wasn't ready to face, and talking to you more would mean that he has to face all of those things, and he just wasn't ready. It's like, yeah, maybe you're an intense person, or the interaction that you guys had was too intense for him, and it left him feeling vulnerable, and he wasn't ready to feel so vulnerable. Okay, and he was telling you bye. Yeah, that's a very interesting dream to have as well. During a Mercury retrograde season, when exes revisit, exes tend to come back. So, yeah, I think that meant something. I think that specifically meant that it's time to let that connection go. Yes, ask away, and be aware that I do these readings for 2 hours in total, so I have about 17 minutes left. So I'm making my body hurt. That's interesting, because you linked your body hurt earlier to your mother and the stresses. So are you trying to, do you think that your mother placed black magic on you? I'll pull a card to see. Okay, so you received the 9 of Cups, which is generally a beautiful card to receive in any reading. And then you received the 9 of Rods and the 6 of Rods. So I think the answer is no. I don't think there's any black magic on you. I think that you're just very stressed out right now. And something about your ability to enjoy your life is deeply restricted. So it's like your body's speaking to you to try to let you know that it's time to be happier. It's like you're like really, really tight, and it's not, you're not free, you know? You received the 3 of Cups in the bottom of the deck. Again, I think it ties into what I tried to suggest earlier. Do you have friendships that you can rely on? Friends that you can see? To be away from your mother and her weird vibes? Anything that stresses you out? Started looking different. Okay, yeah. So yeah, no, like I'm saying, I'm still standing on that. There's no black magic on you right now. I think you just need to enjoy your life more, and you're not doing it. Something about something. Just hold on. Yeah. You need to enjoy your life more somehow. Try making more plans with friends. Reach out to friends more often. Be vulnerable about the way that you feel. Let more friends know how you're feeling so that they can invite you out. You can go to their place. You can chill. You can release yourself. Relax. Both of these cards speak of just more joy. You need to welcome more joy in your life. And then you receive the Six of Swords underneath the deck, which speaks of travel that allows a release from cares and worries. The ability to give care to yourself and the vulnerable areas of your sight. I think you're just really, really, really stressed out right now. Very, very stressed. Definitely need more enjoyment. More enjoyment in your life. Try to go to a party with your friends. Make a plan to do that with someone who can make you feel good. Go have a drink or something if you're of age. And just have more fun in general. I think just by intending on it, it's going to work out for you very nicely. And you're deserving of it. You deserve to feel more like this card. Yeah. Okay, let me pull a card for that. I just think in general though, yes, a lot of people have quit, I myself included. Well, not fully, but I've cut down drastically, whereas I would do it every day. I'm doing it like once every 2 months at most when I'm like super, super desperate for it. But I'll pull a card for you to get a tarot-based answer. Yeah. So the answer, I'm receiving that this is what it is doing to you. Let me just read the interpretation of this in reverse. But also just to clarify, this card in reverse is a no. So maybe it's not entirely necessary that you do that, but I do suggest you interrogate why it is that you feel you should in the first place. Explore what about that is, like, why are you thinking about that? It doesn't feel like it's necessary, but yeah, let me read the interpretation. So this is an ability to feel the affection, warmth, and joy around you. Struggling to let go of old habits. Okay. All right. So you probably should. Ignoring the light around. Warning of dubious motivation and attitudes can also indicate a need to pay attention to your inner child. So I suggest that you do intentionally. Don't do it in a rush. Don't do it urgently. And don't just stop cold turkey. Be more inquisitive about what it is about why it is that you feel like stopping in the first place. Maybe try the act of only doing it under certain conditions. So maybe you stop smoking when you are alone, or no longer smoke at home, or only smoke on certain days of the week, or yeah, work with that. Or only maybe making sure you I don't know, add conditions to it. It doesn't feel like you have to like quit cold turkey, but it does feel like you should cut down. Like I said, everybody who used to do this as a habit, everyone all around me, personally, including myself, is dropping that habit, either quitting or cutting down. And we're all coming with the same kind of like report to say that we just want to get in touch with ourselves more, and something about the habit of smoking blocks that. But then there are some people who can keep in touch with themselves at all times, even through their smoking. I will also say that I had to cut down when I was going through my things with my parents, so it just helps you get clarity on how you're feeling. I suggest you do, but it's up to you as well. Don't do it under urgency. Don't make it a stressful thing. And hello to everyone else who is present in the chat. Please be aware that I am going to end this live in about 8 minutes. I do this for 2 hours, and then then you can catch me next week when I do it again. But yeah, if you are interested, use these last 8 minutes to ask a question. I'm available. You can ask as many questions as you like, since the chat room isn't very full. And if you're interested in the music that's playing in the background, please be aware that I've linked the playlist in the description of this video. I only play from one playlist. I've been wanting to be more dynamic with what I play, but I just really love this playlist in particular. So.
My mama told me that I was different the moment I was invented strange, baby. No, I'm not ashamed. I recommend every inch.
Please do ask, Queen. You are more than welcome to.
You know the male species can be redundant. I mean, we love a woman and think we can satisfy it between sheets, covers, and pillows. I'm promising your lack of tolerance stuck on a zero. I'm promising that I'm acknowledging you as my hero, cause you believe in me. No, you're not easily impressed, but I possess qualities that you look at my flaws, look at my flaws, look at my imperfections and all.
Does my mom know I've been having sen? Do you mean sex?
You stick out like an alien compared to
And
that's alright because I like it. You and me are the same. Hopefully I'm invited. Hopefully
I think that generally you shouldn't be concerned about that, because it's your life and your body. I'm gonna pull a card on that, because I can feel your fear, but also, you know, she'll get over it. She will have to find out eventually. You received the Three of Swords, which speaks of a tear between your mind and your heart. So I think the main question here is how you feel about you having sex. Because if you are okay with it, then it shouldn't matter whether or not, it shouldn't matter who finds out, just as long as you're doing it responsibly and you're safe, obviously, all of those things. But okay, so you're saying, so you're telling me that she doesn't know. So what exactly were you asking then? You're saying your mom doesn't know, but you asked in the question whether or not your mom knows. Either way, though, she will have to find out eventually. She will find out, and it's going to be a truth that everyone has to, like, it's not. I hope you don't think that it's a taboo or a crime. Sex is a human desire. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if she's picked up on it. She would have to face it as a truth anyway. You came into this world through the act of sex. She'd have to be comfortable with that. With sex in general, it's not a crime. As long as you're doing it safely and you're safe, you know? Yeah, she'll have to find out about it eventually. Don't be afraid of that. She has to know more about who you are, truthfully. You and your mother need to separate as individuals. Like, it has to stop being so intense between you two. I think it could actually be very helpful for your relationship if she found out that you have sex, so that she can get over the fact that you are she can get over trying to hold on tightly. It's like she's trying to hold on tightly to you, and it's not good for you or her. So yeah, it'll help her let go of you. Hi Piladi, sorry, I don't know if I greeted you. Hello, I hope you're well. Queen. Okay, so you received the Lovers, and then you received the Five of Cups, the Wheel, and Death. So I'm receiving that, yes, there's a possibility that he does still want to date you. However, should you guys date, it may not land up in the romantic flowers and roses way that you would expect relationships to go. It feels like you guys are like karmically tied, as opposed to something true and not true, as opposed to something healthy. It's like whatever you guys have going on, whatever your connection is, it's not very healthy. However, it's good for you on some level because it allows you to understand more of yourself. Oh, he depressed. Yeah, okay. The Five of Cups. Yeah, I see that. With the Five of Cups falling out, it does signal that yes, he did depress you. I see that. Yeah, I think energetically you guys still have unfinished business. But it's business that needs to be finished. It's not you two aren't like made for each other marriage-wise. Sorry to say. But yeah, it does seem like I don't know if he wants to date you, but he doesn't want to be, he still wants you. He still wants you. You guys are still energetically connected to each other. Although again, these cards aren't giving, it doesn't feel like it's going to be good news should you guys actually get together. Feels like there's still going to be a lot that you need to process energetically between the two of you. He is so cute, yeah. It does feel like there's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of physical attraction, but emotionally, I don't know if you guys are wholesomely made for each other. Yeah, it feels very karmic. Very, very karmic. But I don't believe that karmic relationships, like I've said, I don't believe that karmic relationships are all that bad. I think toxic relationships, yes, toxic, but I don't think toxicity is all the way that bad. The toxicness can teach you things. Toxicity can be a teacher. It's intense though. You two clearly have a very intense connection. I want to give other people in the chat a chance. I'm about to close the live. However, I don't want to close so abruptly. Is there anyone else that wants to ask a question? I'm giving this about maybe 5 more minutes and then I'll close the live. Thank you so much for everyone that asked a question. I really appreciate reading for you. I love pulling cards. And I understand the vulnerability it takes to trust me enough to pull cards for you. So I appreciate, on top of being able to pull cards for you, that you trusted me enough to do so. So yeah, 5 more minutes, and then if no question comes up, I will close the live. And then you'll catch me again next week. I do these once a week, either Saturday or Sunday. Seems like it's normally a Sunday though. I keep up with Sundays better. And if you feel called to, please consider an energetic exchange. While I love doing this, I love offering this, there is no one telling you that this shouldn't be an exchange of relationship. Everybody appreciates appreciation, so please don't hold back on expressing that in the form of fiat money, or I'm trying to build a new kind of like thinking in terms of energetic exchange. So if you have anything else that you want to exchange, a reading for a reading, I'm really into collecting art, and anything that you deem a valuable exchange of energy, I'm welcome to receive absolutely anything. So yeah, please don't be afraid to express yourself in that way. I receive. So I know I said 5 minutes, but I actually think I might have to end it a lot sooner than that. There's an alarm ringing that I think I need to be present for. So, yes, thank you very much again. Thank you for being present during this live. Thank you for everyone exchanging knowledge, info, sharing a piece of yourself with me. Again, thank you for trusting me. I really, really enjoy this work. And I will catch you in the next Tarot and Chill. Until then, mwah. Thank you.